व्यू फुल पेज कर लूँ मैं अपना?
फुल पेज ही तो है.
Okay. So, okay, everyone. I don't have that page. So I'm just gonna start my lesson. Can you say hi to me if you can hear me? Say hi, everyone. We're gonna talk about equilibrium to start with. Yeah. Equilibrium. You can see my writing, yeah? Equilibrium we're gonna talk about. There are a couple of things I want you to remember. In equilibrium, the question that you will have would be just like this. Now, keep listening to me and responding to my questions so that I know how much you already know, okay, or how much you remember. If they give you, for example, the question that you can have is like this. They can give you CuSO4 and H2O, right? And you can write down, you can have a product as CuSO4 plus H2O. Okay. Before I go with this practical, with this example, this is an exam question example I'm writing on the board currently. Can somebody tell me how would you define equilibrium? If they ask you define equilibrium for 3 marks, what will you say? 3 marks equilibrium definition in the chat, please. Hurry up. Quick, quick, quick. Anything that you know about equilibrium? Is it open system or closed system? Yeah, very good. So you need closed system, and that will give you 1 mark. Very good. Second thing you need is forward rate of reaction is equal to backward. That's your second mark, rate of reaction. Okay, what is the third mark going to be? Okay, forward rate is equal to the backward rate of reaction. The both rates are equal. Closed system. What else? There is one more very important thing you must say. What is that? Okay, so the answer is, what you need to say for the third marking point is that the concentration, I'm gonna make my screen go a little down. Okay, so I will have to write it here. The concentration of, this is very important, reactants and products, how is it changing or constant in equilibrium? Type in the chat. How is it changing or constant in the chat, please? Very good. And that gives you a solid. If this is a question, this will be a grade 9 question. Okay, grade 9/8. And people, where people make mistake, just to let you know on the definition, they do not write this. The concentration of reactant and product is constant. They will forget, the majority of you do write this, but you wouldn't write closed system as well. Okay, so please make sure you know this definition. Okay, I was talking about this example. Does anybody know, what do you call this? What do we call this? Copper sulfate hydrated or anhydrous? I don't know whether you've heard these words or not. Just guessing if you know. Anhydrous or hydrated? There is water molecule with the dot. It is hydrated. Question will be, and this is your anhydrous. Anhydrous. Very good. And you just took the water molecule away after heating it. The color of the copper sulfate crystals were blue. What color was it? Type in the chat. What did I write? It is blue. Very good. And now, when it becomes anhydrous, it turns into white color. white color powder. Okay, the question will be, you will definitely have a question like this. The question will be, if we increase the temperature, the up arrow is showing you increase. If increase in temperature, explain the color change. Explain the color change. What will you say? For 3 marks, high demand question. What will you say? So type in the chat. What will happen to the color if you increase the temperature? Will it be more blue or will it be more white? Tell me. Explain your answer. It's a 3-mark question. What will you say? So Scarlett said blue to white as equilibrium shifts to the right, to the endothermic side to oppose the temperature increase. Interesting. What other people says? Come on. Oh yeah. Okay, this is endo. Good question. Forward is endo, backward is exo. Now tell me what will happen. Come on guys, come on. Okay, you know what? Always remember. Okay, yeah. So always remember, there is a key things you need to remember for this particular part. Number one is, if increase in temperature occurs, just check which direction is exo and which direction is endo. Okay, so see, you're increasing temperature, the equilibrium will shift. Use the keywords shift. Don't say reaction, say shift of equilibrium. Shift of equilibrium will be to the what? Right or left in the chat? Will be to the right or left in the chat. Hurry up. Only 2 people are responding. What's the point? You have exam tomorrow. Thank you, Surya. To the right. Why? To the right. Why? Why will it be to the right? That's 1 mark. 2 more marks you need to secure on a 3-mark question. Shift of equilibrium will be to the right. Do not say counteract the change. Just say to decrease the temperature. To decrease the temperature. Very good, Scarlett. Don't say to oppose the temperature change. Just say to decrease the temperature. Simple story. This will itself give you 1 mark. No. I don't know what's your name, but do not say to restore equilibrium. That key term will not be giving you mark. Stick to what I'm saying. Just simply say this is shifting to the right to decrease the temperature. Shifting the equilibrium to the right to decrease the temperature back to the normal, if you want to say. Okay, fine. So the color will be, therefore the color will be more white, because that towards the right you have white color. Therefore the color is equal to white. Okay, 3rd marking point. Okay, fine. So that's all about if you want to take a screenshot of this so that you have the key terms in your response, you can take. Okay, and I'm moving on to the pressure. I hope pressure is okay with you as well. Okay, what is the impact of pressure? So they can ask you a question quickly about the pressure. If I give you N2 plus 3H2, give you reversibly gives you 2NH3. Okay, forward is exo, backward will automatically be endo. What if I increase the pressure? Question will be, explain what happens to the yield of yield of nitrogen N2. What happens to the yield of nitrogen if you increase the pressure? Type in the chat quickly. Hurry up. Guess. I'm talking about N2, not ammonia. Look at the question. Yield of nitrogen, what will happen to it? Okay, Surya said it will decrease. Guys, at least guess something. You have exam tomorrow. Hurry up. At least say something. Okay, so what will happen is that the yield, one marking point, yield of, if you increase the pressure, first you count the number of moles. 1 and 3. Total moles, do not take these small numbers, okay? Don't get confused. You're not touching these ones. You're only counting this and this. So 1 plus 3 equals 4. Okay? And on this side you have 2 moles, 2 molecules. So increase in pressure, if you increase the pressure, what happens to, please type in the chat, what happens to, if you increase the pressure, where will the equilibrium shift? To more number of moles or to higher number of moles? Come on, there are only a couple of people who are responding. You have exam tomorrow. If you increase the pressure, where will the equilibrium shift? Very good. It will shift to lower number of moles. End of the story. Where do you have lower number of moles? To ammonia. So equilibrium shift to the ammonia side. Okay. Yield of, okay, what will happen to nitrogen? Because the question is not talking about ammonia, remember. It is talking about nitrogen. If your equilibrium, type in the chat, is shifting towards ammonia, what happens to the number of moles of nitrogen? Will they be more used up or less used up? What will happen to nitrogen? Come on, your equilibrium is shifting towards the right. More used up. Very good. Yield of N2 decreases. 1 mark. Why? Because equilibrium shifts to the right. Very good. Second marking point. Why is it shifting to the right? Tell me the reason. Right, to the lower number of moles. Why it is shifting to the right to lower number of moles? Lower number of moles. Why? In the chat again. Come on. Why is it shifting to the right to lower number of moles? Very good, Scarlett. Third marking point, to decrease the pressure. Very good. Okay, very good. If you stick to these key, can you take a picture of this if you want to? Just stick to these key terms and statements and you will not lose the mark tomorrow. Okay, that could be one more question or one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I will quickly show you that in a minute, which was about the rate. Do you understand the difference between mean rate and rate, when to draw a tangent and when to draw the, Can you tell me in the chat, do you know the difference between how to calculate the mean rate and how to calculate the rate at a particular point? Do we know that? Please type in the chat. How do you work out the rate of the reaction? Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to put that here so that you can see. In the exam, you can have this type of questions. Yeah, guys, listen to the board. Yeah, look at the board. This one. Can you see my screen, everyone? So question can ask you this. Very good, Surya, correct. So question can ask you this in the exam, that they can give you a graph like this, and they can ask you find the mean rate of the reaction. What should I do? Can you please type in the chat? And can you please stop just staring at the screen? Type in the chat, how would you work out the mean rate of this reaction if they give you a graph like this? Come on. Not sure? Nobody knows? Okay. Listen to me carefully, yeah? You will have a question like this where they ask you to find out the mean rate. The minute you see the word mean rate, you locate the line where the line is plateauing. It is plateauing here. Now in the chat, tell me, why should I not take the volume, which is approximately 20 centimeter cube? You divide the volume that you get from this. See where the line is flattening. That's your total amount of volume. Tell me in the chat, why should I take 50 seconds or should I take 60 seconds to divide with? Should I take 50 question mark or 60 seconds to divide by 20 centimeter cube to find the volume? And do this quickly, guys. What do I do? Can I have the answer? Surya, Safia, something. I can't pronounce your name. Should I take 50 centimeter cube or 60 centimeter? 60 second or 50 second? Hurry up. Okay. Can you hear me, guys? Did you hear me? Should I take 50 seconds or should I take 60 seconds? Come on, guys. Are you able to hear me? Surya, can you hear me? Sophia, Scarlett, can you hear me? Oh my god. I don't think people can hear me. Can you? Oh, you can hear me. Sorry. I couldn't see the responses. So sorry. I was just sitting dumb thinking that all of you cannot hear me. Yeah, okay. So we should take 650. Very good. Remember, why you're not taking 60? Because at this point, it is 50, because after this, the reaction has, you need to see where the line has got plateaued, meaning the reaction has been completed. Now there is nothing left. only at a point where it is getting plateau. You don't take this much second, because that's not included. That's just nothing happening in that part. Okay, so this is your mean rate. Okay, and if they simply ask you find the mean rate between 2 points, what you simply do is that you take this much volume and you take this much volume and you work out the ratio, which is just like, change in y over change in x. So how much volume of gas is produced in this much amount. Okay, next one is this, where they ask you, like, write in the chat, rate at a particular point. How would you find that out? So let's say they ask you find the rate at a third minute. How will you do that one? How will you find out the rate at third minute? You draw a tangent. Very good. You draw a tangent. When you're drawing a tangent, yeah, very good. Just make sure, Scarlett, that it is touching the point where you want on the thing to get the rate. Okay, and you do, the major mistake people do is this, listen carefully, yeah, that they don't, normally they draw a small little triangle, which is wrong. Okay, choose 2 points which give you a bigger triangle, for example, like this. Okay, and what you simply do is change in y over change in x. So you just do it and you find out how much value is that, and you find out how much value is this, and you divide them. Okay, fine. Change in y over change in x. Change in y over change in x, and that gives you the answer. So this is one of the things you must remember. Okay, now I'm going to talk about another required practical, which is, I hope you have already revised on it, but for tomorrow, I'm just going to show you quickly another one. Okay, this one. Rate of reaction practical thiosulfate. That is another topic 10. What is that, Judy? Juby, what is topic 10 you're talking about? What is topic 10 you're talking about? Come on. Organic chemistry? Are we talking about organic chemistry? Earth resources. Well, on earth resources, see, I'm just going to talk to you one thing. Have a look to the board, yeah? See if this is making sense what I'm saying to you. Hopefully this will make sense. Give me 1 second, yeah? Uh-oh. Okay. So what I was saying to you is this. Just bear with me, yeah? Again, one more time. I'm going to tell you one important thing, which I want you to just bear with me for that, which is this here. I'm putting it on for you. Okay. Okay, on organic chemistry particularly, have a look. Yeah, just have a look to this part. They can ask you a lot of questions. They love this, like fractional distillation question. I don't know how many of you are fine with that, but do look over it. It is very important, fractional distillation. Okay, they always ask, and there are certain points that you can just talk about. Tell me in the chat, what do you do first to be able to gain first marking point? The one that I have highlighted quickly. You heat. Come on. Those who are typing, they are good at typing. I want you to type. You heat the crude oil. Okay. Very important. That will give you straight away 1 mark. until it become gas. Okay, then you will write what is temperature, what does temperature gradient mean. This is my second marking point on fractional distillation. Type in the chat, what does fractional distillation, oh sorry, temperature gradient mean. Come on Scarlett, everyone, what does fractional distillation mean? Yeah, yeah, meaning it is hot at the bottom and cooler at the top. Okay, longer, yeah, yeah, very good. Type me in the chat. Um, which hydrocarbon chain will be condensed at which part of the fractional distillation column? Which hydrocarbon, longer hydrocarbon chain or shorter? So which will go at which point on the fractionating column? Longer as the high, yeah. So no, the other way around. Longer will be condensed at the bottom, near the bottom. Shorter will be condensed near the top. Okay, simple story. Why? Because longer has high boiling point. Yeah, high boiling point. You can see my screen, guys, all of you. Okay, and shorter has a lower boiling point. Please take a picture of this so that you know. Now one more thing, listen, one more thing, guys, one more thing. They can ask you about the combustion. They can ask you about combustion, meaning they can say any type of hydrocarbon, whether it is alcohol, alkene, alkane, anything, alkane, acid, anything, everything. When you combust, what do you react it with? Tell me in the chat. You have alcohol, you have alkene, you have alkane, and you want to combust it. What do you react it? Combustion means what? Type in the chat. Come on, quickly. Come on, type in the chat. Reaction with oxygen. Very good. And it will turn into what and what? Type in the chat. Thank you, Liz. What it will turn into? Reaction with oxygen. What it will turn into? Come on. It will turn into carbon dioxide always and water. Don't think much. Just write down carbon dioxide and water. End of the story. Now tell me how fractional distillation is, yeah, incomplete will produce carbon monoxide. Okay, now tell me in the chat, incomplete combustion, this is in Edexcel as well, so don't worry, that you will have to learn this for this paper. Tell me in the chat, I'm going to repeat my question. What is the difference between fractional distillation and cracking? Are they both same or are they both different? Yes, Liz. Tell me in the chat. You still have this in the foundation as well as higher. So tell me in the chat, what is the difference between fractional distillation and cracking? Cracking. Answer. Cracking is breaking long hydrocarbon chain. Is Izzy said, I think I'm guessing the name. What about fractional distillation, guys? What about fractional distillation? Yeah. So see, fractional distillation simply, if I give you very quickly, look at the board, chain of hydrocarbon, right? Longer, shorter, bigger. This is my carbon. The dots are representing carbon. So you see how you have different chains of hydrocarbon? Fractional distillation will separate the chains of hydrocarbon. Very good. But cracking, you bring one hydrocarbon chain here, it will break it down like this. You break it down like this, okay, into two small parts. Okay, thank you very much. Turns into compounds at different states. Okay, answer my next question. Fractional distillation is separating crude oil into different fractions. Very good. And cracking is breaking a long hydrocarbon chain. Well done. Very good, those who are responding. Can you now type in the chat, everyone? When you break a chain, long chain, what does it break down into? two products I need. Both alkane or one alkane and one alkene? Quick, quick, quick. Come on, come on. Cracking breaks a long chain into an alkane. Very good. It is going to be very good, everyone. Alkane plus alkene. Well done. What is the type in the chat again? What is the general formula for alkane? Type in the chat. CnH. Come on, come on, come on. H. Come on, come on. You know it. Well done. CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n. That's it. Very good. That's your alkene. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay. Next question that you can have. And the conditions for cracking. Two types of cracking. Please remind me what they are. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Come on. What two types of cracking are? Those who are responding, well done, guys. You know it. What are the two types of cracking we have? Two types of cracking. Steam. Very good. Steam plus high temperature conditions. And number two conditions are, catalytic. Very good. A catalyst plus high temperature. You need high temperature in both of them. Well done, guys. Well done. That's your cracking, types of cracking. Okay, fine. Answer my next question. People forget to write this and they lose the mark. Just to let you know, either they will forget high temperature or they will majority of time they say for temperature they replace the word to high heat. Will high heat give you the mark? Scarlett, tell me in the chat. If you don't say temperature and you say heat, will you get the mark? No, we don't. Okay, now let me tell you one examination trick here. Yeah, very good. If they ask you to draw a graph, let's say rate of reaction, which variable comes on the x-axis? Independent or dependent? Type in the chat again. Which variable comes on the x-axis? Independent or dependent? Yeah, here comes the independent variable, what you change. Okay, and here comes the dependent variable. Okay, if they ask you a 5-mark question on drawing a graph, yeah, very good. Thank you very much, everyone. Please tell me what will be the second marking point. So 1 marking point for writing this. What will be the second marking point? Does anybody know? If it's a 5-mark question. No. Title? No, Liz. You need to write the dependent and independent variables and unit. So if it is, for example, volume, centimeter cube, units. Okay, that's your second marking point. Okay, then choosing the right scale. Okay, that's your third marking point. And then drawing the line. Straight line or a curve, depending upon your data. It could be a curve as well. Okay, type in the chat, will you get the mark if you flicker the line? So basically you drew it and you redraw on the top of it because you thought it should be going like this. Will you get the mark for flickering your line of best fit? No, you will not. Very good. Yeah, and that's something which is important to remember. Okay, I'm going to talk about one more very important thing, which is addition polymer. They ask a lot on addition polymer. Addition polymer. Okay, now help me, yeah? Addition polymer requires what? Alkane or alkene? Type in the chat again. What, Mahak? I don't understand what you said. Alkene, of course. Addition polymer requires alkene. Look for a double bond. Okay, look for a double bond. And if there is HCl, Cl here, how will you turn it? And they give you n number of them. How will you turn it into a polymer? how will you turn it into a polymer? What key things are needed for it? Very good, Mac. You need a square bracket like this. This is 1 mark. You open this double bond, make only one single bond. This is 2nd mark. Then what? Sketch, draw a line coming out of the bracket. This is 3rd mark. And you put everything else as it is on the carbon. Cl, Cl, H, H, and N over there. Perfect. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, 4 marks secured. Addition, polymer. Okay, what if they give you this? Let me check if you can answer this one now. This is harder. This is harder. If they give you this? Carbon, 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 H, H, and they give you Cl, Br, H, 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 oh no, sorry, Cl, Br, H, H. Tell me monomer unit. Let's talk about monomer unit. Let's talk about monomer unit. Write the monomer unit first. Just like they can give you a long chain and they ask you to write a monomer unit. What do you do? Yes, I will. Come on, I will do condensation in a minute. Nobody knows? Okay, Mahak has answered. You need a double bond, guys. You see H, H on the 2nd carbon, see carbon, chlorine, bromine. Just take this part and put a double bond. Put a double bond. End of the story. This is your monomer. Okay? Can you see, guys? This is your monomer. Only double bond is needed. And you just choose 2 carbon atoms. Well done. Thank you very much. How many of you know the functional group for how to draw the functional group for acid? Acid functional group. Anybody knows? C, double bond O, OH. No. And here is R. R means a long chain of carbon. Very good. Carbon chain. Carbon chain. Very good. Very good, guys. You will be asked to write the displayed formula. So if you don't know this, please remember the displayed formula. Displayed, does anybody know what displayed formula mean? What does displayed formula mean? Does anybody know displayed formula? Displayed formula is this. When you display the bonds, okay, they can ask you to write the displayed formula and you need to write just like this. Okay. What does R stands for? What does R stands for? Type in the chat. Yes, display in a minute. Okay. Now let's talk about repeating. No, R stands for carbon chain. It's not a repeating unit. It's just a carbon chain. So instead of R, you can have CH3, C, double bond O, OH. This is just the carbon chain, CH3. Okay? Not repeating unit, Scarlett. Next question that you can have is on this. I'm going to write it here. Oh, just put the thing here so you can see it quickly. This one. You can have, somebody was asking me about condensation polymer. You don't need to worry. I would like you only to remember one thing, for because this is not a time to learn anything new. You just remember what could be asked for tomorrow's exam. So what they can ask you is the difference between the two polymerization, which is addition and condensation. So if you know these two things, can you actually, instead of me explaining, can you see and tell me what differences can you notice between addition in the chat? And those who are not responding, now I have put the page in front of you. Can you just read and write in the chat what are the difference? What is the first difference that you see in addition and condensation polymer? Because I'm tired. I can't just talk too much. You do it. Write the first difference you see. First difference you see. Come on. Very good, Scarlett. Addition polymer contain only one monomer, and what? Yeah. And condensation polymer contain two monomers. Each monomer. Can you tell me? Thank you very much. Those who are responding, well done, guys. Can you tell me each monomer type have two different functional groups? Yeah, please remember. Can you type me the second one? Thank you, Tiara, Liz, Chrysone. I don't know. I can't pronounce the name. Can you tell me the name of products? How many products are formed in each of them? How many products are formed in each of them? Double bond, two reactive group. You know what? At this moment of time, there's no point of, talking about this in more detail. Just take a picture of this. This could be the one thing that they can ask in the exam. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about one very important thing, which is the test for, no, chromatography. How many of you are fine with chromatography? Tell me. Chromatography. Question that you can be asked on chromatography is this. Look at the board, yeah? Chromatography. Okay. On chromatography, you are fine, but just a little bit of just a little bit of brief understanding of key points of examination point of view. If you have been given a chromatography paper, and obviously this line has to be drawn by pencil. Why? If they ask you, explain why the line has to be, for a student needs to draw in a pencil, what will you say as your reason? Yeah, Dilpreet, I'm going to talk about phytomining bioleaching in a minute. Type in the chat. Why do you have to draw this with a pencil? Everyone, write it down. Quickly. I need the answer. This is a very simple question. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. The ink will drag upward. So pen ink will travel up. Okay, fine. Very good. So can we please, instead of saying vague words, just say that pencil is insoluble in water, so does not run in the experiment. However, pen is soluble, so it will run across on the page and mess with your practical. Okay. Another point: why the person should cover the container? Why should person cover the container? Hurry up. Izzy, please answer my question. Why should person cover the container? Yeah, so the solvent does not evaporate. Cover is needed, cover, so that the no, not go out, evaporate. Evaporate. Write the key terms correctly, okay? What? The solvent. The solvent that you are using should not be evaporating. Perfect. So this was about chromatography. RF value. How do you work out the RF value? See, if you've not seen the method on chromatography, do look at it. RF value is, what is it? Can somebody tell me the formula of RF value so I can teach you bioleaching and phytomining? RF equals, hurry up. Come on, you don't know what RF value is. Yeah, so distance traveled by, no, not the solvent, distance moved by the solute over solvent. Am I right? Am I right? Is it solute over solvent or solvent over solute? No. Yeah, it is actually, yeah, you are correct. I don't know what's your name, but yeah, solute over solvent. Please don't mess up. Don't go other way around. Otherwise, you will lose the mark. Yeah, solute over solvent is the right answer. Okay, what is bioleaching? Who can tell me? Bio, Leaching, bioleaching. Come on, who can tell me about this? Who can tell me what is bioleaching? Not sure? Okay, listen. You use bacteria, correct? Somebody said bacteria. Bacteria. And what they do, just to let you know, listen guys, listen guys, listen guys, listen carefully, yeah? Bioleaching is in combined as well as in triple. All of you need to know what bioleaching is. We use bacteria. This will give you 1 mark. And listen carefully. What will happen is this. You know, ore is a rock which contains compounds. So for example, this is a rock, right? It contains your desired compound, which is copper sulfate or copper oxide, for example. Okay, copper oxide. And you want to extract the copper out of it. But it is a low grade ore. Somebody tell me what is meaning of the word low grade ore? Yeah, correct. Low grade ore means you do not have enough of copper in it, but no, दिख रहा है. Yeah, sorry. So the low, so what is happening is the low percentage of metal, correct, Split? So bacteria, what you do is that you know what, at this moment of time, instead of getting in too much of detail, just remember what you need to write for the exam point of view. 1 mark will be given if you said bacteria. Bacteria actually converts, it's very important, it converts copper compounds in the ore into soluble compounds. So basically, copper compounds, whoever was asking, copper compounds are insoluble. Where? In the ore. What does bacteria do? the main function of the bacteria is to, some people are already writing, insoluble copper compound in the ore is, now listen carefully, converted into, write it down if you are writing, convert into soluble copper compounds. Okay, now what does that mean? Should I make my pens little thinner? What does that mean? So 1 mark here, 1 mark here, to say that insoluble copper compound in the ore are converted into soluble copper compound by the bacteria. This is 2 mark. Okay, this is 2 mark. Okay, and what you then need to say, the leachate, this is called, see, this is 2 mark. Please write it down. If you're not sure, please write it down. This is 2 mark, and this solution is called leachate. Leachate solution is formed. Okay, leachate solution is formed. Now what is leachate solution? Leachate solution, listen carefully guys, I'm not asking question right now, I'm just explaining, is soluble copper compound is called leachate solution. This is 3rd marking point. Please remember that you know this. And then after this leachate solution is gone through electrolysis. 4th marking point, electrolysis. End of the story. You got 4 marks on a 4 mark question on explain bioleaching. So if you see, I don't know who asked me this, but I can explain this in a very good, proper, detailed response, like actually tell you what is happening, which is what I want students to know properly. But because of the time constraint, I just want you to stick to what's required for the exam. Okay, say yes, you understand what I said. I don't know whose name, I don't know your name, but you asked me. Okay, fine. Now, phytomining. How many of you have heard phytomining? Phytomining. Hi, yeah. How many of you have heard phytomining and know what phytomining is? Come on. No? Yeah, burning plants, Scarlett. Very good. Phytomining involves growing plants in the soil that contain copper. So, this is soil. Yeah. And see, look at the board. Guys, look at the board. This soil contain, I'm going to draw copper with a different color so you can see. This is copper. See, copper. Can you see the copper? This is copper. Copper in the soil. Okay. Now what happens? Yeah, very good. Those who are responding it, very good. Okay, listen. Now what you do, you simply grow plants on this soil. Yeah. And tell me in the chat, what will happen with the copper? Will it remain in the soil or will it travel into the plant, the copper ions or the copper? What will happen with it? Can you type in the chat? What will this plant do with the copper in the soil? Yeah, very good. That copper goes into the plant. Okay, this is copper in the plant. Copper in plant. Tell me in the chat, will plant use this copper? Will plant use this copper? Tell me in the chat. Will this plant? No, plant doesn't have sense in that way. They just absorb the copper, but they have no use of it. So this, yeah, not gang. The word will be it builds up. Copper, builds, builds up in the plant. Okay. Once it has been built up, now what we will do is this. We harvest, we dry, plants are harvested means cut down, and then they are dried and burned, and burned, burned in furnace. What will happen with the copper? Type in the chat again. Will the copper also burn, or will copper be there in the furnace? No, Dorco, you will not get the mark. You have to say harvested. Copper left over. Very good. When you burnt it, very good. Yeah, correct. The ashes, the ashes contain soluble copper compound. You have to say the word soluble copper compound. And what you simply do, guys, is this. You let it go through electrolysis and you get solid 4 marks on this. Okay, 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark. Take a picture of this if you want to. Okay, guys, very good. Okay, I'm going to show you a cheat sheet that you can use from the thing, and just simply I'm going to show you what are the important bits that you must go over before you sleep today or tomorrow when you get up in the morning. Somebody asked me, I don't have time now because we have to finish by 10:30. Can I just explain to you testing ions as well quickly? Just write in the chat you have 10-20 minutes or 10 or 15 minutes more. I need only 15 minutes to explain about testing ions. Say yes in the chat. Somebody was consistently asking me about testing ions. Yes, please? Okay, fine. I'm gonna write that down here. Yeah, Surya said he has time. Give me 1 second. So, here we go. So this is like a solid mark scheme on the phytomining. Now comes test for sulfate. Now let's talk about how many of you can answer this. Yeah, how do you test for sulfate ions? Test for sulfate. No fertilizers. Forget about fertilizers, albins. Just to talk about sulfates. Test for sulfate, please. Come on. Refresh your memory. Test for sulfate is important. Okay. Not sure? Just remember, use HCl, hydrochloric acid, followed by, simply remember, followed by, in your book, barium chloride. Well done. Barium chloride. Very good. Yeah. Use dilute. Thank you for reminding me, Mahak. You have to use dilute HCl followed by barium chloride. Okay. And what will be produced? What type of precipitate will it be? White precipitate. Confirms the test for sulfate. This is not combined. This is triple. Yeah, it will turn into white precipitate. Correct. And this will give you 1 mark. So see the marking in the exam. HCl and barium chloride both needed for 1 mark. Yeah, and white precipitate is the 2nd mark in the exam. Okay, guys. Now type in the chat the ionic equation. So simply Ba2 plus, this is from group 2. Barium is from group 2, so you know the charge on barium is 2 plus. You react it with sulfate ion, SO4 2 minus. You should know the sulfate ion charge. And that turns into BaSO4 solid. It's a precipitate. How do you know which state symbol? Type in the chat. Tells you something is solid. Which state symbol tells you if something is solid? Yes, Liz. My question was, which state symbol tells you if something is solid? Very good. This one. Well done. Correct. Yeah. This is important. This they give you like 2 mark, I think. 2 or 3 mark. Okay. Now, instead of writing, I'm going to put a picture in front of you and tell me how do you test for chloride, bromide and iodide. Somebody might have remembered or may remember. Some of you may remember it. Here we go. This is my screenshot. Tell me, how do you test for chloride, bromide and iodide? Silver nitrate test. Very good. Guys, can you please type dilute nitric acid we use? Remember, 1 mark. And this is followed by silver nitrate, 2nd mark. 2nd mark. Well done. Type to me, what is the color of precipitate if chloride is present in the chat? What is the color of precipitate if the chloride is present? Why people are staring on the screen if you can type? Why? You have exam tomorrow. Okay, what is the color of precipitate if bromide ion is present? Yeah, Draco. Can you, it will be a day before physics. I will be doing that, Draco. You can sleep, go and sleep. Iodide, okay. And iodide is green. Take a screenshot, guys, of this. I could have explained this quite in detail, but because we don't have time, unfortunately. So we'll have to quickly go over fast, as quickly as possible. Okay, one last thing, and I will allow you to leave. Yeah, guys? One last thing. Here we go. Look at the board. Look at the board. The last thing that you must remember. Okay, the color of different flame, like different cations. Can you see? Now, as I ask you, the screen is on the board. You need to all type in promptly as I ask you a question, okay? Right, you can see the screen. Lithium, Li1 positive ion. What color is the flame? Quick. Lithium is yellow. Sodium ions are yellow. Yes, crimson. Well done. What is the color of sodium ions? Yellow. Very good. No delay. It's not combined. Potassium ions are, come on. Potassium ions, come on, let's go. Only 3 people are chatting. This is not good. You can see on the screen answer. Very good. Potassium ions are yellow or lilac? Very good. Calcium 2 plus ion. Very good. Come on. Orangey. Come on, Sophia. Red, orange. Well done. Copper ions are green color flame. Okay, now listen guys. This is important. Look at the board. To do this test, you need a clean nichrome platinum wire loop. Rub it with a emery paper and then hold it on a blue flame. And once the blue color, you just want to clean the wire that you're using for the flame test. You must have done that in your school. I'm very sure about that. And you just you need to know the method of cleaning the wire. So this yellow thing, please take a picture of it and you can review nichrome wire or platinum wire. Okay. Yeah, you can dip Liz into the HCl. Well done. Well done. That's what you do in the school. You're right. You put in the, you can use either emery paper or you put it in the in dilute HCl solution. It will be clean. Okay, here we go. There we go. Look at the board. This one is important. Using colored precipitate. See, look at the board, guys. Eyes to the board. Colored precipitate. How do you do this one? So instead of using flame test, you can use NaOH. Okay. And many metal hydroxide, they are insoluble. So what you simply do is you add a few drops of sodium hydroxide, and if the color of precipitates are these, meaning the ions are confirmed. Okay, here is my question. Please type in the chat again, everyone. Yeah, my question is, what reagent do we use to form the precipitates with different ions? Yes, Sai, this is triple only. Type in the chat. What reagent do we use? Quickly, come on, come on. No, reagent means sodium hydroxide. Yes, Sophie, we use sodium hydroxide. Okay, when metal react with sodium hydroxide, what do they produce? When metal reacts with sodium hydroxide, what do they produce? When metal react with sodium hydroxide, what do they produce? This is triple. Metal hydroxide. Metal hydroxide is soluble or insoluble? I have done it, Sahib. Now we are finishing in a few minutes. Type in the chat, is metal hydroxide soluble or insoluble? Not oxide, it is metal hydroxide. It says on the screen. Look, is it soluble or insoluble? Can you see my screen? Metal hydroxide is insoluble. What will be the state symbol if it is insoluble? State symbol will be? Yeah, what will be the state symbol? Liquid, gas or solid if it is insoluble? Okay, state symbol is solid, S. So yeah, it will be S, not aqueous, no Liz. If it is insoluble, soluble is aqueous, insoluble is solid. Okay, okay, good. Now take a picture of this and just memorize it in your own time. Just go over once through this page. Okay? Fine. I will now allow you all to leave. Thank you very much. And I will see you for physics paper, last paper. Hopefully, yeah? Well done, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, Sophia. Is there a cheat sheet? Yes, Surya, there is a cheat sheet. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm putting the cheat sheet on for all of you, yeah? क्यों? cheat sheet चाहिए बच्चों को? कैसे? Okay. Yeah, we are posting the cheat sheet. Yeah. Do you need the practicals as well, or you're okay with the practicals, guys? कोई बात नहीं, जल्दी दो ना प्रैक्टिकल शीट. तो बंद हो जाएगा तब भी मिल जाएगी उनको. Okay. Practicals as well. Okay, I'm just going to do one thing. I'm just going to end the stream now, but I will post, my husband will post the practical sheets as well as the cheat sheet, so you can use both of them before you, so morning if you can get up early, just review those quickly and you are fine. You are ready for your exam. Okay, guys? Bye. Yeah, it will be on YouTube. He's posting it now. He's posting it now. Can you post it because they are waiting? Yeah, we are posting. Just wait for a minute, yeah? Next time you can ask. Thank you, Liz. And just to ask your other friends if they need help, they can join the physics one as well with me, and we can go over it. Yeah, the physics paper. Say again. हमें I don't know how to do this. Send me. I'm sending you all the resources. Just give me 1 second.
Link में दो. I just sent you link. Copy and paste.
उनको वो भी चाहिए थी practical sheets. Practical sheet. कोई बात नहीं. I don't know how to mute it. Practical sheet.
It's a work.
Can you all just wait? I will just send you the link to practical sheets as well. Link doesn't work. Oh. It works for me. Is the link not working, guys? Can you check? Says you were not authorized. Okay, link is not working. Oh, Scarlett, it worked for Scarlett. Thank you, it works for me. Okay, Alvin's also can access it. Can you check one more time? Okay, this is working. No, it's working. Okay, fine. No worries. I'm just waiting for my husband to send you all the practical sheets that you can look over briefly tomorrow, before tomorrow exam. That'll be helpful for you. Just wait for 1 more minute, guys, yeah? Okay, so here we go. There is another link. Oh, you send the pictures. Shall I send this? Why? आ गई? Oh no. Copy. And where is it? Oh my god. जल्दी भेजो ना. Can you send? Okay. Copy, and here we go. These are all practicals. These are all practicals, guys. Okay, bye everyone. Best of luck for tomorrow, everyone.